This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
It's out. In comes the Cincinnati Bengals. And let me explain. I know they're cheap. I know they're a terrible organization. I know Mike Brown is a joke. All right? And you could tell me about some of the successes that they've had, which is true. They've had some success. They've had some winning seasons. They've snuck into the playoffs. They do nothing in the playoffs, but they've snuck in there. And so they've actually had more success than the Miami Dolphins, really, if you look at it in the last 20 years. But they really were never going to make any kind of an impact in the playoff itself, but at least they got there a couple times. So some people use that as a defense to try to, no, it's just that Marvin Lewis was a pretty damn good coach and was able to overcome Mike Brown. But will Joe Burrow be able to overcome Mike Brown? Because he doesn't have Marvin Lewis. And let me explain something to you. If I'm the Bengals, I would have had this conversation with Andy Dalton a while ago in the offseason. And I would have said, Andy, we may be bringing in a young quarterback. If we do, we plan on starting you, but we don't know how long you will start, and it may transition to a young guy. It may not. The young guy may not be ready to play this year, and you will be able to play out your final year of your contract and try to earn a job somewhere else. But we can't release you. We need you in order to help us bridge this quarterback. And they've paid Andy Dalton very well over the years. They're stupid enough to give Andy Dalton a starting job, okay? Because Andy Dalton is never going to win anything for you. But he has started there for years and years and years, and he's a Jag. And I know he puts up 4,000 yards. In the same argument that some people use with Tannehill, same thing. Both Jags, whatever, the stats don't mean anything. But if I'm them, I would have had that conversation with Andy Dalton a long time ago. I would have told him and his agent, listen, this is our plan, and we're sorry, but this is the way we're going to go about it. You guys can go along for the ride with us and be professionals about it. If you want to fight us, you're not going to win. So it is what it is. Andy wouldn't have been fighting about it. He would have earned his $17 million, and that's it. Now you let him go, and you don't have a veteran quarterback to take over the team. Now you're going to throw Joe Burrow to the wolves right away. I don't know where that makes any sense whatsoever. It really doesn't to me. We'll see how good Joe Burrow is, that he's going to go on a bad team, because did you watch the Bengals last year? I want to remind you guys, the Bengals are worse than the Dolphins. Okay? Let me say that one more time. The Bengals are worse than the Dolphins. And they're starting the guy. I don't know how that makes any sense. Look, I don't care about the Bengals. I don't care about Joe Burrow. I don't care what happens to that team. But I just want to use it as an example. One, it's stupid on their part. It's poor planning on their part. Because if you were going to have this issue, you should have resolved it in the offseason, and then you would have then at least tried to bring in a veteran quarterback and get rid of Andy Dalton in the process. If Andy was going to be combative about it or whatever and you want to move on, then that's fine. But have another veteran quarterback like that has experience in place. That's what I love about having Fitzpatrick here for the Miami Dolphins. So yes, I want if I was the Bengals, I would have used Andy Dalton as my crash test dummy. Just like if I'm the Dolphins, and notice how our front office plans this all the way through. They signed their guy for 2 years, Fitz, so he gets them through this year. If they like Rosen or not, Rosen wasn't good enough, they played Fitz. Now they got him for the second go-around with Tua on his final year of his deal. And he'll play as long as everything's in place until everything's in place for Tua. I like my front office. I like my coaches. I like Chris Greer instead. I like foresight there, okay? To me, that makes all the sense in the world. They're trying to set their team up by taking the steps, tear down the team, build it back up again through youth, find the players you like, get rid of the players you don't like. Let's find a quarterback. We tried the first year. We didn't like the guy. He wasn't good enough. Now we got the second guy. Let's get everything in place. Line, run. Notice how they got a big back and they got a speed back in Breida. So they got two different kinds of backs. They got a couple of pass catchers coming out of the backfield in Laird and Breida. By the way, Laird and Breida coming out of the backfield as wide receivers. I like it. I like it. I'm just saying. Just saying. There's so much stuff. This is going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, I like how our guys are doing it. And then I look at the Bengals, and you see why our team tore it all the way down to the bone, and the Bengals had 10 times the talent, and Miami was better. Why? Better front office, better owner, and certainly better coaches. Bengals want to keep being stupid? Go ahead. I just like the way our Dolphins are doing things, and they're doing things right. There's no hurry. We don't need to throw Tua to the Wolves right now. We need to develop Tua.